Hello. Okay. I think everything is good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, do. I think, do. Something feels off from yesterday's stream, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the bird noises. Anyways, tracking station. So I'm gonna try and really stick to that 2-hour limit today. I'm also very tired today. Are these the anomalies that I need to visit? Yes. Below 16.8 and below 19.4. Do I try and go for space planes? I don't know. Okay, anyways, there's Bonsai 3, Bonsai 1. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, it's the bird noises that make everything feel weird. Okay. Has Jebediah revived yet? Yes. Okay. And we have the 2 tourists. Cool. Mission control, let's see what we got. Ooh. Got a VIP. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna wait, when does that expire? 3 days? Wait. Oh, I already have 2 active contracts. Right, because I have explored the Mun. Forgot about that. Okay. But actually, when does that expire? Why can I not make this window bigger? How is minimizing... Wait. Oh, right, because that contract doesn't expire. Right, okay. Um, okay. But what I'm actually gonna do is something stupid. Or actually, no, I should build this in the No, we'll build it here first. I need science, so we're gonna build a little science craft. Actually, do I have any wheels? No, I only have the landing struts. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna build a craft that can just roll over. And that's all it's gonna do. I'm gonna put battery on here though, just in case. Because I need more science, is what I'm gathering. So don't like how it's like, there we go. Needed the middle click to work. I want this guy in here if at all possible. Don't think it's gonna let me put it in there though. I can put it up here, but I can't put it in here. Actually, that works. Okay. So there's 2 mystery goos. Having 2 is fine, even though I can reset them now because of how I'm planning on doing this mission. And then I need a science junior, which is probably going to get destroyed like instantly, but that's fine. Cool. And then I need to make sure I'm going to bring Jeb because he has no experience. Then I'm going to bring Bob. So we have the battery. That's good. I'm going to bring a second battery just in case. Oh, you know what? In fact, those would be better in the service. Yep. Thank you, bees. In fact, if I put this on... Okay, these are going to be sticking out a little bit, but that's fine. Take this battery off. Cool. So first of all, launch. All right, so first thing I want to do, I should have set up some action groups, is I want to conduct a material study, keep that, observe mystery goo, keep that, do a pressure scan, keep that, do a temperature scan, keep that, and then do a crew report, have Jeb EBA, do an EBA report, take data, store experiments, board, and then I want this guy to collect all, and then we need Bob to get out now. Oh, we need to roll over so Bob can get out. Bob EBA, walk over, and restore, and restore. Have Bob walk back over and grab board. All right, and then the fun part. Oh dear. Well, there goes the Science Junior. That was kind of expected though, because it has an abysmal crash tolerance. Anyways, I need this guy to like. No, I need this to rotate the other way. Oh dear. I don't think it's gonna rotate the way I want it to, so I'm just gonna roll it this way. Let's turn SAS on, so that way it can slow itself. Can I? Oh, cool. Okay, with SAS I can actually do this. That's from last one. Okay, I just want to slowly go over to the edge. And then SAS off. Yeah, there's two guys in there. Alright, are we in the grasslands yet? Or is still a runway? That's still the runway. Alright, grasslands? Shores. That works. Okay. So run all our experiments again. Except for the Science Junior, because it went kerblooey. And then we'll have Bob EBA. And then board. Collect all. And that's all we can do by rolling, because I don't think there's another biome nearby. No, we'd have to go all the way over there. Okay, how much did that get us? Leeson! Probably soup. Wow, just that got 33 science. Okay. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get general construction though, because that unlocks a lot of stuff, including struts, which are going to be very important. Can I afford anything else? No, I'm literally 2 science short. But what I'm going to do is I need... Oh, so not soup. No soup today. Anyways, I'm just gonna put the science roller out on the launch pad so I can get some launch pad science. Because it's diminishing returns after a while, but good enough for me. Oh. My game crashed. Well. Okay, bear with me while I relaunch. Hopefully there was an autosave in there. Because otherwise I gotta do the science roller again, which is not too bad, it's just slightly annoying. But yeah, now you get to watch the entire loading sequence, because it is quite the loading sequence. Because even though I only have a few major mods, there's still technically 44 patches. At least I'm not running like RSS, RO, RP1, because that's like a bajillion mods. I did think about getting a KS RSS instead of the Outer Planets mod, though. You get to see my Parallax install configuration at the top. Igniting Sun? That doesn't seem healthy. But yeah, I was just like, why did the window disappear? And then I was like, oh, my game crashed. So that's fun. Expansion loading complete. Then load. It's not that hard. Just gotta move the electricity around. Okay, anyways. I should be able to tell based on the science amount. If I have like 43 point something, then it's saved. Okay, I do have general construction. Cool. So let's go back to the VAB. So I didn't lose any progress then. That's nice. Open, spaceplane hangar, load. What I'm gonna try doing is that. And then I'll stick some micro landing struts on it. And I want these extended. Alright, so Jeb and Bob, even though I'm just running like 2 experiments uh, and then recovering, but just because I want to get either the bottom of the science tree or I want to get the next rocketry tier. because I can't get fuel lines yet. That's the only annoying thing, because I need like 90 science for that. Okay, well, we didn't crash this time. That's a good sign. All right, conduct material study. It's a nice 7 science. Open this. Log pressure data. Log temperature. Observe mystery goo. Got 0.7 for that. Crew report. Let's have Bob EVA so that we don't lose SAS. Bob is upside down. All right, recover. Because I saw it tipping, but I was like, I'm going less than a meter per second, so I should be able to recover. Cool. So I kind of want to go for. Oh wait, I can't go for the electric steer. No solar panels today. Okay. So then the question is, do I want to go for flight control so I can get some actual like control surface and a reaction wheel? Um, or do I go advanced rocketry for a bigger fuel tank and the Terrier actually that would be useful. Actually, given the two options, I'm going the Terrier. It's just so good. All right. Anyways, VAB. Papusas? Anyways, I think I'm. Where'd it go? Oh, I think I'm just gonna do the Mun flyby crude. Which also we do have this guy now, so we could do the Taurus at the same time. Oh, we also have a flag, which is nice. Where's my symmetry? There it is. Okay. Anyways, so that's all that good. Gonna stick some batteries on the side. And then clip them in. I also want some antenna. I don't know what pupusas are. I'm not very cultured, if you haven't already been able to tell. Anyways, so we have the experiment collection, which is useful, so we can put a heat shield on this. And then a TD12. We also have the engine plate, which, granted, might be useful if we do like thuds, but I think it'll be fine. I just heard my roommate make such a weird sound. I don't know if that went through on my mic. But yeah, let's have the FLT 400, which is super nice because then I can just stick this on. And if I show vacuum, like that's 1942 Delta V. That'll basically be the trip to the Mun and back. So if we can get this into orbit, then we're fine. I'm also going to put... oh, I don't have custom action groups again. Unless I put... I'm gonna take Jeb. But yeah, I don't have custom action groups, which is annoying. Wait, yes I do. Oh, here we go. Toggle. All right, cool. Save that. Decoupler. And we did get struts, yes. Yay. And launch stability enhancers. That's nice. Oh, you know what? We actually need... We need our science equipment up here. So that it doesn't get ditched, like, right away. I'm also going to put 2 mystery goos, because we're only going to be able to run 2. I'm actually going to put these slightly offset. Alright, so there we go. In vacuum, we have 1779, so it's fine. I just want to make sure this doesn't get too tall. We'll go for a 4th. So thrust to weight of 1.11, so not great, but hopefully we're not going to be using this until later. And I also I don't have any like control surfaces or anything, or command and control, so I have to keep that in mind. So I think this bottom stage is also going to be a swivel. Tall rocket. Which is going to have a terrible thruster weight, but out of curiosity, if I'm like 20 kilometers up, no, that's still terrible. This is why I really wish I had fuel tanks. What's this guy's atmospheric? Okay, so call me crazy. What if I did this? That has the thrust to weight, even at sea level. I would definitely want to strut these in. And then just to get us going, actually I want to put these slightly off. I need this whole thing to come up, this tall rocket. Oh, I moved those off the decouplers. Whoops. What is this thrust to weight? 1.17? Oh yeah, Lacen, that happens a lot around here. It's great. Okay. I'm just gonna auto strut those. Little cheaty, but it's fine. Alright, then where's our center of mass? So I want some wings, like probably here. Ooh, nope, not there. What if I put them way down here? Interesting. Kerbal. Let me save this real fast. Because I want to know, once we remove that, where our center of everything is going to be. Clip these in. Okay, can I then put these back on and still, like, preserve that? Yes. Although that's actually a little low. So I wonder if I move these up. This, in theory, will work. But the keyword is in theory. Okay, I also would like to auto strut all of this. I mean, I know it's Kraken bait, but still. Okay. And then we are taking Jeb, that's fine. I want this and this to go at the same time, and then I want this and this to go at the same time. Alright, cool. There is a space Kraken. Um, yeah. This should, in theory, work. I forgot to put launch clamps on, but alright, SIS on, full throttle, and launch. Alright, and now we get to use the tiny reaction wheel in the control pod to try and turn this whole thing. Probably won't work, but I know these next engines have a little bit of gimbal. Alright, ditch those. Start turning over. Those might crash back in the launch pad. Probably be about 30 degrees right now. I honestly cannot believe this stage is working. Alright, we can probably go horizontal at this point. The other thing is I didn't wait for a Mooner transfer window. So this will take slightly more delta V than it should. Just out of curiosity, is the moon right in front of us? No. Okay, so I should have waited for a transfer window. Especially because this may run out of electricity. I need to be pointed slightly up right now. Alright, cut the engine there. Go ahead and quick save. I'm gonna physics warp out of the atmosphere. I could have gotten patch conics for this. Like, I have the funds for it, but I kind of wanted to see if I could do it without. Alright, we're in space, so I'm going to deploy the antenna. And our apoapsis, let's see, it's 75.1 kilometers, so I'm going to time warp ahead. Just a little. And we should be good to circularize around here. It's a little early, but that's fine. Oops. A little more. Okay, there we go. So now I want to find... Oh, wow. This was literally the worst time it could have launched. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should turn SAS off while I'm doing this. All right, so about now-ish? Oh dear. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Oh yeah, I missed the window by a long shot, actually. You know what I should do, actually? I'm going to time warp again. And I'm going to use a little time warp trick there. Okay, so we're locked on prograde. I'm actually going to time warp around until the mun is rising over the horizon. So it's still, you can still see it. Okay, let's slow down. Gonna flip to prograde. Man, that tiny reaction wheel is doing a lot of work right now. Oop, let me get time warp, please, and just halt our rotation. Come on, where's the... That's the sun. I need the mun. Where mun? Where mun? Give mun. Hello? There it is. Okay. So very quickly, just get over to here, and then SAS on. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, and fire away. Yay, space music. Okay, anyways. I really love the Kerbal Space Program soundtrack. And we're pretty much on the plane, so I'm... Oh, new stage. Nope. Alright, and that should be good. That actually might collide, but that's fine. Alright, I'm going to quick save here. SAS off, and then I'm going to warp forward. Alright, goodbye, Kerbin. We will be returning shortly. Alright, so I just want to time warp until I'm close. Oh god. My mods aren't here. Okay, halt to the time warp so I can ban this user. Slash ban, what is it? Auxiliary wire. There we go. Easy enough. Alright, 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 alright. Come on. Fly me to the moon. Oh dear. I have my mouse over. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That is a collision course. Okay. Very quickly turn radial. Nope, that's in. That's in. That's in. I need radial out. Radial out. Oh my god. Radial out. Okay. All right, we're fine. We're fine. Although actually, I do want to bring this a little lower so I can get some in space low, hopefully. All right, there we go. Okay, anyways, hello, Mun. So let's start running some science. So I'm just going to do material study. Cool. Wow, that's a lot of science. Okay. Pressure data, mystery goo. Where's my thermometer? There it is. And then a crew report. And we're going to collect all that data. All right, cool. So quick save. So that should be the parameter. Fly by the Mun, gather scientific data. So recover or transmit. So I'm gonna warp forward a little bit. Gonna warp forward a lot of it. And we're flying below the Mun. Okay, I want to get below 50K because I want to see if I can get in space low. Space near the Mun. Okay, cool. So I can run the other mystery goo. Pressure data, temperature data, and collect all. Cool. So now we have a bunch of science. And wow, this looks way better with the parallax textures. Cool. Um, all right, so now we can just time warp away. Bye, Mun. We will return probably not that long from now. Okay, so let me go back to the map screen because I have no idea what my trajectory is going to look like when I leave the sphere of influence of the Mun. Okay, it looks awful is the answer. So I'm just gonna retrograde SAS. Retrograde until we get a decent periapsis. Uh, Periapsis of like 40 kilometers should be good. 35? 35. All right, right on. All right, so now we can just time warp forward. Bye, Mun. Hello, Kerbin. Okay, let's just line retrograde real fast. falling very fast back towards the planet. Alright, actually, before I hit atmosphere, like right before, I want to kind of face this way, and then quick save and stage. And then I would like to lock onto surface retrograde, and I'm going to retract the antennas. They're probably going to get broken off anyways, but it's fine. How's our electricity looking? Oh, we were fine. Alright, antennas are probably going to burn off. Yeah. Okay, so that might cause some issues. Oh, there goes our debris exploding. Ooh, actually the capsule's getting pretty hot too. Okay, let's do a little bit of spinny spin. Dissipate the heat, hopefully. Yeah, no, I have a feeling these antennas are coming off. Every time I see that center heat gauge appear, I get a little worried. Alright, we're doing fine on a blader. Losing speed pretty quickly. And we are not exiting, so good. We're not just going to aero brake and come back around, because that would not be ideal. Where does it think we're going to land? In the water. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think there's any chance we land on land. We might land close to the coast, but... yeah, I was about to say, our speed should be low enough that we don't really see any heating effects. Or any temperature gauges, I mean. Alright, and we should be good to just start physics warping down. I can actually turn SAS off here. Alright, drop the drogues. Drop the mains. I will unphysics warp when each one deploys. Just to prevent any weirdness. Alright, physics warp again. I believe I set these to go off at what, 1200? Yeah. Alright, I'm falling at a measly 4 meters per second, so. And this guy has a lot of science. Like 24, 34, 84, 104, 128, 144, 159, 189, 215 from this one mission. So that's pretty good. And this is going to be kind of a slow fall, but we're going at 4x speed, so Jeb is having the time of his life. Let's look at the internal view. Oh yeah, look at that ocean. You cannot see anything else. Oh, that's probably the sky. That's not even the ocean. All right, and we have landed. Do, do, do. Oh, and this is also a complete contract, so that's going to be a lot of funds and even more science as well. All right. Woo! All right, 276 science. And we have a lot of funds. So we could upgrade the R&D, but that's a lot. We do need to do this eventually. I mean, that's only 75k. Let's just go ahead and spend our science. So first thing I want to go for is electrics to get the solar panels and the reaction wheel and the Probodoba and Octo. We also get our first surface deployed experiment, which is nice. And then I'm actually going to go fuel systems to get the external fuel duct. And then we still have 96 science, so I could go for one of these higher tiers, like miniaturization maybe, because that does get another science experiment. It also gets a docking port. Could go heavy rocketry. I don't think we need heavy rocketry yet. It would give us like the mini tanks for like propulsion systems. But I think I'm actually just gonna go flight control for better wings. And then does this get me anything that I would necessarily like? Um, Not really, but I might just go for it for completion. Not yet. I think I'll save the science. Alright, so mission control. We have another explore the Mun, which is orbit the Mun, and then return to Kerbin from orbit of the Mun. We also have this VIP, and I think... Oh, I can also test heat shield at the launch site. Well, that we can get out of the way right now. Alright, so let's load up. The contracts are fun. Let's take off this guy, and it was the 1.25 meter heat shield. Let's extend this antenna and launch. Alright, So this should be all the stuff. Yep, run test. And that is a contract complete. So, recover. Alright, so we got some funds back for that, and that was another contract complete. Conduct observational survey. Conduct observational surveys of the Mun. It's considered a 1-star contract, and it wants me to go to these specific sites. That ain't happening, bestie. Like, okay, let's just take the Taurus and the, well, let's see. This one gives me, like, reputation. It doesn't, and it gives me a little bit of money. Hmm. Let me just get these Taurus out of the way first. Although, how much would it be to upgrade this? Actually, let's see. We have 751,000 funds. I think I want to go ahead and go for Patch Conics. It's 150,000. I also would like to upgrade the astronaut complex. I'm gonna wait just for a little bit on the on this guy for surface samples. But I'm also gonna upgrade mission control, just so I can have more contracts. Because what I can do is I can accept this, and then when does this expire? Oh, it doesn't, like, once you accept it, it doesn't expire. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept this. And then what is this guy? These tourists want to fly by the Mun. See, that's a little more difficult. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. Also, we've already upgraded the launch pad. Could upgrade the admin building, but I don't really see the point right now. So I think next thing is going to be R&D. But I do want a little bit more money before I spend that. Alright, so I'm going to call this one the Bonsai 5. And I think Jebediah is level 1, so I'm actually going to take Valentina as the pilot, and then I'm going to take... Oops. Actually, I'm going to... This is going to look a little weird. I'm going to take all 4 Taurus in the same mission. And we're just going to load this thing up with parachutes. Because this thing is already, 2.84 tons with all the passengers in it. So parachute up top. Because, oh, we can now EVA though, so... I mean, 2 parachutes should be fine. If necessary, we can jettison the heat shield. In fact, I am going to take some science. Just because I want to run the... I don't think I've run the Science Junior in orbit. And I want to make sure I do that so I don't forget. Alright, so drogues should be on a different stage. 2500 is honestly fine. These guys should be fine at 1100. And then below this, I'm going to take heat shield, of course. It might actually be worth putting a reaction wheel at the top of this thing, just for attitude control on re-entry. In which case, I'm going to bring some batteries. I'm going to pack some solar panels just on this top passenger module, because why not? In fact, I could actually, instead of putting the 2 batteries here, I'm actually just going to put one inline battery right here. Alright, so that's the Bonsai 4, or 5, excuse me. Oops, TD12 decoupler, and Science Junior right below that. And I am just going to bring along the normal experiments as well, just in case. But I am actually going to put the mystery goo down here so we can ditch it, because that is a little bit of mass. And then, oh, we have a lot more fuel tanks. Just for orbital stuff, I'm only going to bring an FL 400 with the Terrier. And I am going to auto strut it. And move this guy up. I mean, even that has a ridiculous amount of delta V for a vacuum optimized engine, like insane. I mean, even in vacuum, like, oh, I guess I had it on 20 kilometers, but okay, that makes sense. All right, and then decoupler. And then here's where things get fun. Since I now have access to fuel lines, theoretically, a swivel here, and I want these to go at the same time, which on its own doesn't have the thrust to weight, but a swivel here, some radial decouplers like here. I'm also going to auto strut this. And then now what I want to do is pack some liquid fuel tanks here. And I'm going to put some reliance here. And I want all of these firing at the same time. But then I want to run a fuel line from the outer tanks to the inner tanks. So this should have a pretty decent thrust weight, 1.55. It's not the greatest. But like this should be enough to get into orbit. And if necessary, we can fire the vacuum optimized engine. Because all these tourists want to do, is orbit around Kerbin. And this one wants a suborbital space flight, which we will get on the way there. And then nose cones. Gonna go ahead and strut these guys in, even though the fuel lines kind of act as struts. And then I'll just have launch clamps here. And just for a little more stability, I'm gonna add some winglets. And I want this in quad symmetry, please. Although the aerodynamics are now above the center of mass, which is not ideal. So let's add some more wings. That's like right on the... Okay, so instead what I'm going to do is actually move these guys down here. And where did my aerodynamics go? There they are. Okay, they're below. That's fine. Bonsai 5 should be good to go. Why did my fuel lines mess up? Do I need to redo them? There we go. Save that. Um, this should be good enough, honestly. Because once we get, what, 20 kilometers up? Yeah, we're fine. All right, make sure everything's all loaded up. And we should be good to go. All right, so let's launch this thing. Yeah, once you get reaction wheels, once you get fuel lines, once you get launch clamps, it just becomes so easy to get, like, especially smaller craft into orbit. And once we start getting satellite contracts, that would be fantastic. Because, like I said in the last stream, I want to use the contracts to kind of guide where this goes. But at the same time, I am going to need a ComSat network, and I don't know how many contracts give that. All right, but here we go. Quick save, just in case. And I really should have rotated this so that when we decouple, they kind of go off the side instead of like right into my craft, but we'll see. And now that we have patch conics, I can actually see how long until my apoapsis. Although I will say, even with the thrust vectoring and the control surfaces, this is still kind of fighting me a little bit. Like, normally I like to be at almost 45 degrees once we hit 300 meters per second. But this thing is really fighting me. So I'm actually going to lower the throttle just for a sec, so I can sort of pitch over. And then once I get to about 45, that's when I'll full throttle again. It is really wanting to fight me here. Alright, side tanks are almost done. They're done, we drop them. And continue pitching over. Alright, so I'm going to park it about 15 degrees until our apoapsis gets a little higher. Cat access voked? When was my cat access voked? Alright, now we can go pretty much horizontal. Adding, oh, fuel lines, not fee lines. Well, it could also just be my Texan accent. Like, nah. Alright, cut the engine, because that's about as high as I want to go. Surprised this guy's not satisfied yet. Like, suborbital spaceflight, is that not what... I guess I have to reach space first? I want to see how close to 75 kilometers I got. I'd say pretty darn close. All right, so there's the suborbital space flight. And I believe now, not that I really need it, but I believe now I can do maneuver nodes. And yeah, this is like a stupidly low amount of delta V to circularize. We'll end up staging, but that's kind of ideal. How's our electric charge doing? Not great, but the sun's also kind of not in an ideal spot for where we put the solar panels because we didn't get the retractable ones yet, or the extendable ones. So quick save just in case I'm an idiot and blow right past the node. All right, start burn in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. And that's fairly circular. All right, so yep. So all of their needs have been met. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to retrograde. And I'm going to quick save. Where is my periapsis right now? It's on the night side, so I might actually just time warp around a little bit. Because I'd like to actually land on the day side. Alright, so around here is where I'm going to do my retrograde burn. Actually, before I start it, I should remember that I wanted to run my material study. Cool. So that's another 25 science. And I need to collect that up here. And then let's drop our periapsis to around 30 kilometers. A little low, but that's fine. We should be fine since we're in such a low orbit. Like our orbital velocity is way less than we re-entered last time. Alright, so I'm going to quick save, and then I'm just going to time warp into the atmosphere, or at least close. Yeah, so now I'm going to... I hate to waste all this fuel, but I am going to ditch the rest of our craft. Alright, and we're just going to let the heat shield do all the work. So I'm going to physics warp until we see some heating. Oops, a little too much, a little too aggressive on the turn there. Our debris still is not burned up, which is interesting. I did sort of force it out a little bit, so I wonder if it's just not going to re-enter. Alright, starting to see some ablator get used. And where's this saying we are going to land? Right now it's saying over the KSC, but I know I did not do that well. Oops, a little too aggressive on the turn there again. Alright, so now I just want to make sure that I'm pretty much locked on retrograde. Especially because these passenger bays have a much lower heat and impact tolerance. Yeah, so we're gonna land before the KSC. But that would have been kind of neat if I had accidentally landed just right back at the Space Center. All right, losing speed at not a great rate, but wonder what the internal view looks like right now. Spicy. What are the passengers seeing? Also fairly spicy. All right. Something's starting to cook. Might be the solar panels. Yeah, it's the solar panels. Oh well. I didn't really expect those to last anyways. Oh, there's our debris blowing up. Surprised we can hear the explosion so well from here. And it looks like part of it might actually be falling back to Kerbin. I can still see it flaming over there, right where my cursor is. It looks like it's showing up on the stream. I'm just not sure how well it's going to show up on the YouTube archive. And having a little bit of trouble holding retrograde here, as we're kind of entering the thicker part of the atmosphere. Oh my, yeah, it's having a lot of trouble. Oh my. I mean, I know this thing isn't the most aerodynamically stable, but like, I did not expect it to be trying to flop around like this. I'm really having a fight to hold this thing on the marker. But should drop below, you know, ballistic speed soon. Yep, there we go. Should disappear around 900. Okay. So drogues are almost ready to deploy. There they go. I'm going to turn SAS off. Alright, so now what does the internal view look like? Flopping around. Alright. What about for the passengers? They can just see the ground. Okay. What about for the other passengers? Because I wonder if it, like, rotated for them. Nope, also just seeing the ground. Alright. Deploy mains. And we're still falling around 220 meters per second. I just want to see how much speed we lose when the parachutes deploy. We are landing in the desert, so I could... is this the... Yeah, okay, cool. So just a little more science. Oops, something just dropped. Not sure what that was. Wonder if that was the rest of our debris. Alright, physics warp. We're falling at 6 meters a second. That's like right on the edge of what I would consider a little dangerous. Alright, so I'm actually gonna, yeah, because we're 50 meters up. I want to be able to see how this thing reacts when we hit the ground. Okay, well, we didn't fall over, so that's a good sign. Now the fun part, I'm gonna quick save just in case, because I want to get Valentina to EVA. Take an EVA report. Cool. Alright, so let's recover that. Alright, and the contract has disappeared, so that's a good sign. Alright, and we got a decent amount of science from that, actually. Level 1 Taurus, that doesn't really mean anything. We do have some debris here. I'm actually just going to recover that. I believe that's the launch clamps. Let's see. If I was going to spend the science right now, I would probably go for launch escape system and bigger landing struts. Ooh, or actually. Oh, this gets us a lot, though. Stack separators. Gets us some robotic parts. Gets us fairing. Gets us this guy decoupler. Do I do I already have a docking port? No, that's when this guy comes in. Could go advanced flight control. That also gets us the Mark II command pod. Um, but like I would like a docking port. That also gets us more science. So I do think I'm actually going to go for that. Just spend the science right away. All right, so let's see. Oh, we have rescue missions. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. I wasn't expecting these so soon. Okay, let me see what their orbits look like. Although I might not be able to see them until I accept the contract. Also, just gentle reminder, because I noticed that I think we have a couple of viewers that haven't seen the previous stream. So in case you haven't, this does have the Outer Planets mod, so you can see like this is where the system would normally end. There would be Elu past Joule, but instead we have Sarnis, Erlum, Erlum, Nidon, and Plock. So the ultimate goal is to land and hopefully return from every celestial body in the system, including all the outer planet bodies that we can land on. Obviously, gas giants you can't land on, but Eve is going to be a tough one. But yeah, just in case anybody didn't catch the last stream and was curious what OPM stood for, it's Outer Planets mod. But we also have Parallax. I don't know if it actually works with the Outer Planets, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually accept both of these rescue contracts, because that also gets us more astronauts, just to have in the astronaut complex. Alright, so let's see what those orbits look like. So let's go back to Kerbin. Okay. So Podzons is actually really easy. Eligus is going to be a little more difficult. But it also looks like it has like satellite, some sort of communication device on it, which is interesting. We also do have some debris. But like eventually it should crash. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So I think we do some rescue missions. I don't know if I can do both in the same mission. I'm gonna try. And I also think it's time to come up with a new mission name. Alright, so now I gotta go to C. So my first line was the Appletoir line, and now it's the Bonsai line. Actually gonna, okay, hang on. I'm asking Discord. Alright, Discord has been asked. Okay, one person says carrot. How do we feel about carrot? Someone else says Curtis. God damn it, I should have expected that. Okay, so two people said come. I'm gonna go with Curtis. So this will be the Curtis one. Pluto, I'm calling you out. Pluto is one of the people that said come. And then edited her message. Do I bring science along? I might just bring some of the repeatable experiments. Oh, I didn't go on EVA last mission. I meant to do that. Okay, I need to do that this time. I mean, I have to EVA anyways to rescue the Kerbals. Oh, and hopefully they have RCS packs. I actually don't know if they will. So I might need to bring an extra RCS pack in here. Yeah, I was not expecting rescue missions so soon. Alright, put these on a different stage. Actually going to drop these to 2200. And I'm going to do the same thing as the last one where I put a battery up here, and then a small inline reaction wheel. And then I need a passenger module. This is going to be tricky because you can't EVA from the passenger module. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the pilot EVA, and then I'm going to have the people we're rescuing get in and then transfer to the passenger module. All right, and then solar panels and a heat shield. All right, and then I need a TD12 decoupler. And I'm actually going to pack a big fuel tank this time, because I want to see how much delta V that gives me in vacuum. 2472. That should be enough to rendezvous with that craft that's far out, match velocities, and then come back down to rescue the one in low orbit. So I think that's what we're going to go for. I do have some bigger fuel tanks, which might be worth, honestly, but not yet. Alright, so similar setup to last time, where I'm actually gonna do 3 this time, so that we have a little bit of spare. That's the wrong variant of the engine. Nope, attach please. I want to see sea level. And I am gonna put 4 of these, just because I can. But then I think I'm only gonna have 2 of these guys, or 2 fuel tanks per due. And I do need this guy to come up just a little bit. Auto strut at least one of these to the root part. And then nose cones, winglets, center mass, center of aerodynamics, still too low. If I put these guys on, will that actually make it lower? No, that keeps it higher. So in that case, very Kerbal. And then fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines. So I need all 3 of these engines to go at once. And then I need the fuel ducts. Cool. What's our surface level thrust? 1.55. That's good enough for me. No science equipment this time, I don't think. Actually, I'll bring the rerunnable experiments, so the thermometer and the barometer. Because we are going to get in space high, and I don't know if I've run those yet. And then let's get launch clamps. And for some reason, my fuel lines mess up whenever I add launch clamps, which is super weird to me. Alright, so that should be a good enough rescue craft for now. At sea level, it's got 4155, and vacuum, it's got 6848. This should be plenty. Alright, launch. Alright, full throttle, quick save, just in case of Kraken attacks, and go. Alright, start pitching over. Once again, it is trying to fight me, and I don't know why. Also got a little bit of a roll, which is interesting. Oh, it is really trying to fight me here. Okay, lower the throttle just a bit. Because I'd really like to be at 45. Alright, we're just gonna hold it around here for a second. Actually, at this point, I can lock to prograde. Alright, ditch those. And I can go pretty much horizontal, like now. At least like 10 degrees, and then once we hit 65, I can go horizontal. Alright, horizontal. Oop, come on. Alright, quick save, and this should, let me time warp out of the atmosphere, or physics warp. Alright, there we go. Quick save, and this should take barely any to circularize. Yep, only 198 meters per second. Alright, so time warp. Alright, and commence burn. Alright, that was pretty dead on. Alright, so I actually want to target, so this is us. That's the one we're going to target second, but I actually want to target this one first. And we just passed the descending node. So over at the ascending node, I want to burn nope, anti-normal. Ooh, that was actually a lot more delta V than I expected to correct that inclination. But it should be fine. All right, so let's just get over to the node and time warp, quick save. All right, and I do want to see if I can get some of these rerunnable experiments. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why all of a sudden the motion? That was strange. All right, so let's time warp just a little bit. And commence burn. Gotta chase the node just a little bit, which is slightly annoying, but oh well. Alright, that should be good enough. Yeah, almost bang on. Okay, so we're going to be catching up to it, so just out of curiosity, what would it look like if I tried to intercept over here? Absolutely terrible. So let's just go at the ascending node. And let's add some orbits. Oh wow, this is gonna be quite a long wait, isn't it? Okay, hang on. Because now I'm getting a MUN interaction. No, let me zoom out. Let me zoom out. It's not gonna let me zoom out. Wow, I'm having to wait like multiple days just to get a good intercept with this thing. Okay, right there is gonna be pretty close. So 37.2. I saw like a 20 in there. 21, 18, 14, 11, 7, 4, 1 kilometer. 0.9, 8.9, 0.2. You know what? 0.2 is pretty good. Oh, why did I all of a sudden lose it? What? I'm literally not moving the maneuver node and it's like freaking out. Okay, 0.7. It's a pretty high relative velocity, but I think it'll be okay. So let's face that maneuver. Like, there's a reason I wanted to go for this one first, because I knew this one would be the harder one. Alright, so quick save time warp. And we drifted off somehow. I need to delete all these contract parameters. Sorry, I should have given a seizure warning. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's get onto the node. And I want to be on this window. Oh, go. Okay. stage. So we will have some space debris. Kind of okay with that for now. Okay, I want to drop this pretty low because I want to see what our intersect ends up looking like. Somehow further away. Oh, hang on. 500 kilometers? That doesn't seem right. Let's just locked prograde. Locked prograde. Oh shoot. Retrograde. Let's get rid of that maneuver node. Let's thrust limit this for a second. Shoot. Okay. Prograde, let's thrust limit even further to like 0.5. All of a sudden we have 0 delta V. Nice. (18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10). All right, 160 meters. That's pretty good. So I want to face target retrograde. And then what's our relative speed going to be? 377.3. So I'm going to make a maneuver node in here, but I'm going to use it purely for timing. Because you can see that throws it off. 2 hours, 21 minutes. Probably because my thrust limit is insane. So I'm going to time warp to this, but I'm only going to use this for timing purposes. I'm not actually going to point to the maneuver node because I want to kill off all of our relative velocity at the right time so we can just burn towards it and get a rendezvous. Hello. Alex Officer the Destroyer. That is a long name. Is that like right at the character limit? Oh, we have barely any connection. Wow. Oh, really? I felt like my username was like right at character limit and yours seems a little longer. Alright, so then get rid of that. Where is our target? It should be behind us. Just watching this intersect. It should, in theory, get closer, but for some reason it's getting further away. Oh, there it goes. Man, this intersect is jumping all over the place. Okay, so I'm just gonna kill off all relative velocity. Okay. And then I'm gonna find the target indicator. And I'm gonna burn towards target. Pull the prograde marker. So it's saying that our first intersect is going to be 17.4 kilometers. That's interesting. That doesn't seem right at all. Where is our target right now? Because, like... So there's us. Where is our target? Oh, it's, like, behind us. So, hang on. There's Kerbin. It should be, like, somewhere over this way. So I'm gonna push the retrograde marker. Oop, no. Push the retrograde marker onto anti-target. Okay, cool. And now we have a 300-meter interaction. Oh, you're playing KSP right now. Yeah, I play both. I was streaming KSP2 for a little bit, but I just kind of ran out of things to do because there's not that much in the game right now. So I was just like, I can stream KSP1, get a couple mods, and call it a day. All right, so I'm gonna time warp forward. Oh, nope. Okay, I'm actually gonna time warp to where it says this interaction is gonna be. Yeah, because I forget time warp messes with interactions like that. Okay, I should be seeing the target right now. I don't know why I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna push the retrograde marker. Pushed it a little too far. So 2 minutes, 9 seconds, get rid of that. 1 minute, 34. Ugh. Let's time warp a little bit ahead. Oh, there it is, there it is. Oh, shoot. Cancel that. Cancel. Go towards target. Oh, God. Why is the target indicator just, like, not showing up? Oh, shoot. Do I need to unset and reset as target? Because, like, we're, like, right next to it. And it's saying we're going to be within 20 meters. But I don't see the target indicator anywhere. I can see the craft. Like, that is our target. Okay, let's just time warp ahead. I mean, yeah, it's on the nav ball, but normally there's a little, like, indicator saying, like, hey, your target's right here. And that hasn't shown up at all. So I'm just very confused. Okay, so I might not be able to get both rescue missions done before I need to end stream. I also want to make sure that the entrance to the pod is facing the this guy, just in case they don't have an EVA pack. They should, but on the off chance that they don't. Alright, we're drifting a little bit. Let me switch to this craft. Do you... Oh, you're an engineer. You do have an EVA pack. Okay, so let me EVA Jeb, and I'm just going to let go. And RCS on, and we're just going to just hang out right here. I have Discord. I don't have like a personal Discord for like my streams and stuff, and I don't typically like just give out my own like personal Discord, if that makes sense. All right, board, transfer crew, transfer into the passenger module, grab Jeb, EVA report because I haven't taken one. We haven't even taken one in space low, and that was space high, so that's good to know. All right, so now I want to set, where is pods on scrap? If it'll let me click it, set that as our target. All right, so where is so our descending node is there. So right on the descending node, I want to burn normal. Yeah, I have one that I hang out in that's just for like decently close group of friends. Actually, I can't even say that. I'm in like 70 something discords, but I have like 60 plus muted. All right, so let's go ahead and time warp. Yeah, it's mostly for the emotes, not gonna lie. All right, so let's quick save. We have no connection to the KSC right now. Probably should have slapped an antenna on this thing, but at least we have a pilot. All right, probably good enough. Not 0.1, that's fine. So if I went at apoapsis and I tried to get an encounter, what would that look like? Can I... Hang on, can I... There's too many things right-clicked over here. Can I... no, I cannot focus view on that. Okay. But let's do a little more retrograde. Oh, that's almost dead on. Periapsis is a little low. I want my periapsis to be at least 70. So do I need to go... I think I need to go later, slightly. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, actually. Just keep moving this way until we get our encounter. Yay! Oh, that is a insane relative speed. 1.8, not 0.8, 0.7. What happens if I go radial? Nope. 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3. I think that's as good as we're getting. All right, so let's go over to the node. It's in 3 days and 4 hours. Quick save and time warp. All right, and burn. Oh, I've already drifted off the node. That's great. We are on a rescue mission. We've already rescued one of the 2 Kerbals we're trying to get. So now we're trying to rescue the second one. I'm looking at the stream time. All right, let's just follow the node indicator. I just want to make sure I don't overshoot and go below 70 on periaps. 72, cutting it close. Okay. How's that intercept looking? Ooh, 9 kilometers. Not great. But I'm going to time warp to about here anyways. And we now have a connection, so that's good. And then at this intercept, so what's our relative speed? 980. So let's do a negative 980.9 meter per second burn and go to target retrograde. Because that needs to start. Yeah, they got stranded. Not my fault this time. They just spawned that way. So I think I'm going to go slightly overtime. And I'm going to rescue this Kerbal, and then I will go back to the tracking station, show off the outer planets once again for those that may have missed them. And then I'm actually going to end the stream before we land this craft, because that will make it go way over time. But all right, start the burn. I actually want to keep an eye on this guy. Don't worry about it. I killed a Kerbal earlier, but since it's normal mode, they respawn after 2 hours of in-game time. I'm actually going to push the retrograde marker a little bit. All right. So our periapsis is looking okay. Push the retrograde a little more. And go back to it. Push the retrograde once again. And go back to it. Oh, it is being pushed the wrong direction. Okay. Nope, too far. Okay. Target retrograde. Let's just kill off our relative velocity. And then burn towards target. No indicator once again. Okay, so that's going to be in 5 minutes. So let's just warp here. And actually, it'd almost be better if we killed off our relative velocity now. I got a little bit of lag there. That was weird. And then burn towards target. I don't see it. Oop, pull the prograde. This is definitely not the most efficient way to intersect a target, but this is fine. How's our periapsis looking? Ooh, low. Very low. Okay, so warp here. It's actually a little early. So I'm just going to get to the descending node and then unwarp. Yeah, 6 seconds until we're 190 meters away. Okay, so where is it? Oops, that's docking mode. Should be like literally right on top of us. So pointing towards target. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. It's right there. Okay, so in a minute 25, we will be 17 meters away. So I'm just going to time warp a little closer. $30 more seconds. Okay, like we're basically bumping into it. Yeah. Okay. So I want to rotate the pod so that the entrance is facing the wreckage. Have Jeb EVA and drift away a little bit. And then jump to the other craft. Do you have an EVA jetpack? You do. You're another engineer. I don't need that many engineers. Oh, no. Go up. Grab. Board. Transfer crew into the passenger module. Go back to Jeb. Have him... Oh, I'm behind the craft. Oh, that's an issue. Okay. Nope, go up, go up, go up. Okay, grab, EVA report, cool. Board, crew report, cool. Let's collect all the data, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to leave this guy here. I am slightly over time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick save just in case, and then we're going to go to the tracking station so that anybody who's missed it can see the outer planets. Alright, so you'll see that Elu is missing, but if we go to Sarnus, which is the first outer planet, it is a Saturn equivalent. We have Hale, which looks like a lump. And then we have Ovok, which is an egg shape, so that'll be interesting. And then Slate. Oh, and then Elu is here. Elu is moved to be a moon of Sarnus. And then we have Tecto. And then next one out is Erlum, which has 3 moons, 2 of which are in the same orbit. So we got Parallax, got Polta, and then we have a moon, so we have Wal and Tal, which is tiny. And then next one is Nidon, which I believe has 2 moons that are both highly inclined. So there's that Mo. And Nisei? Nisi? I don't know. And then, of course, the last one is the binary system of Plock and Karen. So eventually we're going to be visiting all of those. But with that, I am over time. So thank you all for joining me for this stream. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next episode, we're going to be bringing that rescue craft down from orbit. And those 2 astronauts will officially join our crew. And then we're probably going to be... Oh, we actually got some debris here that we can recover. And then we will probably look at doing at least a Mun orbit and then maybe a Mun landing next episode. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.